My name is Greene. I'm farming here with my uncle and my dad here in Dysart, just beside the Rockadonna Maze, on a 41-acre block where we've our parlour set up here in the middle of the block. We also have an outblock down the road of 60 acres just to complement this block. Before dairying, we were in tillage and beef. We're still in tillage and agricultural contracting as well, but we sold all our beef stock to get into dairying, and haven't looked back since. So at the start there was a lot of work getting the heifers trained or whatever, but every day got better. We were getting used to the robot and the stock were getting used to the robot, but every day got better. And now, I suppose, at the moment, it's the 3rd of September, and the workload is about an hour to 2 hours a day. Just change fences, change your milk stock, give everything a clean, check all your cows health-wise, keep the grass measured. Definitely did a lot of research on both robotic machines, the different types and the brand we were going to go with, and definitely did a lot of research on whether to go robotic or conventional parlour. September 2018, I went to New Zealand and milked in a conventional parlour for 3 months and enjoyed it out there, because I just needed to build my experience in dairying as well, because I wasn't sure whether I'd actually like dairying, so I needed to build that experience as well. But definitely did like milking in the conventional parlour, but also had in the back of my head coming home that we wanted to keep the tillage and contracting going as well, and didn't want to be as such tied entirely to the cows, even though, like anything in farming, you have to be there as well, but wanted the flexibility of the robot. So looked at a lot of farms, talked to a lot of people, and decided that the robot was for us, and thank God we never looked back so far anyway, Definitely, as regards picking the brand, I worked with a neighbour up the road that had robots since 2013, and he recommended Lely, and I suppose I did a spring with him as well, and liked the robot, liked the software, liked the backup service from Lely, and that was that made our decision basically to go with Lely. Very easy to use for both myself and my dad. My dad is 62 years of age, and he'd be reluctant to even send a text message, and that was probably one of my fears, that maybe he wouldn't be able to manage it if I wasn't here. But he's actually here more than me at the moment now. He loves the cows. He'd live up here if he could, and he took to it great. The touchscreen is very user friendly. Now, I suppose I'd be able to log in and work the T4C myself remotely and when I'm here, but as regards the everyday jobs on the robot, he's able to do it no problem at all. And I found it very easy to use, very user friendly. Grass management I suppose it is important in beef, but it's a lot more important in dairying, and to keep cow flow right. Grass is everything. Grass is key to keeping the covers right, taking out paddocks when you should. That's key to cow movement. What else comes to mind, I suppose, definitely the income, and having a constant income every month definitely is a help towards beef and tillage. You've one kind of payment per year at those two enterprises, where the dairying you're getting paid once a month, and you can kind of keep bills paid monthly rather than just once a year. For someone who's not considering a robot and is just tunnel vision on a parlour, I definitely consider going to look at it and talking to some farmers who have them, and then decide. Definitely keep an open mind. Don't just listen to one person who will tell you just one thing. Just definitely go to as many farms as you can, see as many sheds and robotic setups as you can. Just talk to lots of people and get as much advice on board before you make the decision. I think if you're willing to put in the work at the start, the first couple of months, and it's like anything, you just need a bit of training, and eventually you won't look back. But definitely plenty of research, plenty of talking to people and finding out the pros and cons, and then deciding whether they're for you. But from my point of view, I definitely recommend it. As regards the service and backup support from Lely, definitely delighted with it. As regards backup support, like if someone on call day or night, and normally it's always on a Saturday night or a Sunday or something will go wrong when you don't want it to, and there's always someone there to ring, and like that means a lot. You know, like that machine, we've machinery backgrounds, like as regards tractors and forage harvesters before we got even into dairying, and like, you know, the one thing we said when we were looking at robots was we needed to buy the robot with the best backup service. So that's why we went for Lely, because we knew the amount of vans they had on the road, the amount of personnel they had, that, you know, there's always a chance of getting someone that knows something about the machine on a phone. And really that machine, like, it's going the whole time, even though it's not going now, but it's going 24/7, and like, you know, it needs to be kept going. And if something goes wrong, you need to be able to pick up the phone and have someone that knows something about it the other end and be able to fix it and get you going again.